Hi, everybody. I'm Damini Celebrity, and welcome to Connect In. Connect In is a conversation about the many ways to get out of our twirly head and back into our body, back into our heart, so that you can shine. And shining for me is really about being you, being your most authentic self, feeling that you're empowered, that you're empowered to be you, to say who you are, and to move forward in life in a way that is authentic and real for you. And I believe that we do that when we connect into our body, we find our heart's yes, and we can make choices that are based on our inner wisdom. So we look inside for guidance instead of looking outside ourselves for answers, for opinions, for whatever it is that keeps us from looking inside. So I like to start the process always of getting out of the head and back into the body with a simple ritual. Ritual can be really different for you, but for me, the ritual is really engaging my senses so I can tell my being that I am stepping out of my chatty thinking, computer moving, talking to people, thinking about the past or future mind, and coming back into now. And the best way to come into now is to engage our senses. So hang in there with me as I do this. So if you have a candle or some incense, you're welcome to bring it out. But I do believe that our imagination is just as strong, and you can gain just as much benefit by imagining versus actually doing it. So just imagine that you're doing this with me. The first ritual of coming inside for me is to light a candle. Hmm. And if you like, take a moment and just notice how you feel in your body. Where's your head? Where are you thinking? Where's your kind of energy focus? Are you all up here? Are you up here? Are you coming down into your body? And for me, when I light a candle, it's like, oh, wait, pay attention. Pay attention, Damini. You're coming back into the place that allows for clarity, back into the place that is not anxious or overwhelmed. Imagine that. The next step for the ritual of coming inside is I light a little scent. So I have some white sage here. But you can use incense, you can do essential oils, you can have flowers nearby. Again, whatever feels right for you. It's how you engage your senses to come back into your body. Hmm. And the next thing I like to do is a little bit of sound. So this is a Tibetan singing bowl, and this is, I like to use these for sound because again, it's this ritual of coming inside. Hmm. How do you feel inside your body now? Is your center of focus? Um, is your center of focus a little lower? Do you feel like you're kind of in your hips a little bit more? Yeah, just take a notice and take a moment and notice how you feel. Hmm. So, why is it important to get out of our head and back into our heart? And I've talked about clarity. I was thinking in kind of terms like we have spent the last year and a half, okay, most of us have spent the last year and a half freaking out. You know, what are we going to do? How are we going to manage our families? All of these things. And for some of us, we've kind of lost our way. You know, we connected in, before the pandemic, we all had visions and dreams and plans. And they all went away. They all evaporated for the most part. And, you know, we had to get reoriented. We had to get aligned in a new way. And that was pretty rattling for most of us. But here we are at the tail end of this part. And I know everybody has different opinions about where are we in the cycle, but just say right now, right here, there's a little bit more space. There's a little bit more sense of possibility. There's a little bit more sense of hope. Yeah, hope, I think, is a really big word because we just didn't know what was going on. We kept trying to figure it out, like all of this in our head. For most of us, we were doing life very different. We were doing life, most of us, inside some four walls. And that was hard. At times, it was scary. Um, and now that we are coming out of that particular stage, I don't know about you, but I'm looking around and thinking, okay, wait, I got sidetracked. I was all up in here. I had heartfelt thoughts and dreams, and they got sidetracked. So where am I now? Where where are my dreams? How about you all? Did you have thoughts and dreams of where you were going forward in your life? Maybe you wanted a new job or wanted to go back to school or learn something new. Maybe you wanted to take more walks or get a dog or a cat or a turtle or a hamster or something like that. Like, you know, something. And, you know, have you been able to take a moment and think about you, and you? What is it that you were dreaming before this pandemic happened? That conversation is a conversation of your heart or from your heart. You know, we can make all the kind of plans that we want. We can make logical decisions, et cetera, et cetera. Um, but that's all in the realm of our mind. But when we connect in with our heart, right? When we connect in with our inner guidance, the guidance of our heart, that is a full blown body yes, right? You all know this. You know, we've all had this experience where it's like every cell of your being is saying, yes, yes, yes. And it could be like, do I want this chocolate chip cookie? Yes. You know, it doesn't have to be big things. The way that you start trusting where your heart is leading you and where you're being guided is little things like, do I want this chocolate chip cookie? Do I want to wear this blue sweater? Whatever that is. But that full body yes is how you are guided. That full body yes is what I call your heart's yes. And when you connect into your heart's yes, it is your kind of internal guidance system that is leading you to the next step of being your brightest, best self. It's not your mind, because your mind will be like, oh, yeah, I really want to, let's see, learn ceramics, right? Which is something I did over the pandemic. And it was like, okay, so I want to learn ceramics. Great. So, where are their classes? Oh my goodness, there's people. I don't have all the supplies. It's like I don't wanna, shoulda, coulda, that kind of stuff is the realm of the mind. That's on a good day. On a more intense mind day, you can be overwhelmed. You could feel anxious, like, not we all get anxious, but you know what? Yeah, we all do get anxious. We lose track of what's going on. And our mind, an amazing woman that's in one of my programs calls her mind twirly and whirly. And when twirly and whirly start, like she can't get out of bed. And I'll tell you a little secret about her. She let's see, she did Your Heart's Yes, Shine In, and Tools of the Heart. And not only was she able to get out of bed, but she actually got a job. She got a dream job. Think about that. What is your dream step? What is your next step? And what's holding you back? Sometimes it's a really great idea to make 2 lists and write down all your hopes, all your dreams. And then on the other side of the list, go ahead and write down all the reasons why that's not a good idea. And so it's going to always be about money and time, right? Because money, yeah, you can kind of get that back. Time, we never get back, right? Money, time, commitment, blah, 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 blah. I don't, it's like all those things start twirling. But when you come back into your body and heart, there's this thing that happens. And this is my explanation of why I think it happens. When the energy of our hearts, right, our beating, beautiful, pumping hearts, have an energetic range of about 15 feet in front of us. And I believe that is from the HeartMath people, heartmath.com. But here's how I interpret that. Our head is either in the future or in the past. Woulda, shoulda, couldas, right? Our heart is right here in the present moment. And when you kind of align your dreams with your heart energy, that heart energy goes forward 15 feet, or on the web, thousands of feet. But it kind of makes a pathway for you, like an energetic pathway, so that you can start taking steps that allow you to follow your heart's dream to be your brightest self. So just take a moment and think about this. What were you thinking about a year and a half ago? What were your plans, your dreams? Yeah. And then what stopped you? Right? What held you back besides the virus? What are those other things that you've been telling yourself? How has twirly and whirly kind of overtaken your thought processes of being the person that you know deep in your heart you could be, right? And ask yourself, how can I get some clarity on the next step? Now, I could tell you a few ways. There is, I'm doing a series of what I call happiness trainings, if you will, from now or from July to October. And they are all steps to help keep aligning you to your heart's yes. They help give you clarity. These programs help you step out into the world and it's like, I am, and feel unshakable, feel solid in your truths so that you can go forward with clarity and vision for your next step, whether that's a job, better relationships, more in sync with your family, with your friends. There's a lot of ways that finding happiness, connecting in with your inner joy can really change your world, can make you feel amazing because you are unshakably you. Yeah. So here's the one thing that I'd like to offer you. In a day or so, I am going to put together a Summer of Happiness to Be Your Brightest Self program. And I really suggest that you check it out because I am going to do a whole bunch of bonuses. Why? Because I do believe that when we can all be our authentic selves, we mirror that for our children, for younger generations. We mirror that for everybody around us. In short, when we shine, we invite other people to shine too. Yeah. So notice how you feel in your body. Is there a part of you going, yes, I want clarity. I want a new job. I want to be in better relationships with myself, with my friends and family. I want to be able to have hope and vision and dreams again. And I can help you do that. I have spent almost 30 years of doing some really deep dives. Deep dives in all the ways to break all the patterns that continue, let's be real, that can continue to hold me back. But in a way, I've kind of done the footwork for you. And I feel that I offer some amazing programs to get you back to being your brightest, shiniest self, to be your fully authentic, heartful, joyful self. And why not? What, let's put it this way. We have nothing to lose and everything to gain to be unshakable, unshakable in our hearts, to follow our hearts, and to go out there and say yes and get your life back. And I can help you do that. So dip your toe in or do a full body plunge. Go over to DaminiCelebrate.com and check out the Summer of Joy programs or Summer of Happiness. You'll know it. All right. So for right now, take a moment, come back into your body. Allow your breath to come all the way down to your belly. Wiggle your toes. Right? That's the easiest way to get out of your head and back into your body, and back into your heart. Make that list, right? What are your hopes, dreams, and visions? What's holding you back? And then go to DaminiCelebrate.com and join me because I have the path all laid out for you. All you have to do is say yes. Okay. Have a beautiful day and keep connecting in to what your body and heart have to share. Bye.